Prince Louis has a HRH title like his big brother and sister, but he wasn't meant to, and he can only call himself a prince because his great-granny intervened. When the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge welcomed their third child, 3 years ago today, they named him Louis Arthur Charles. Louis is a popular name in the royal family, and William and George have it as a middle name, in honor of Prince Charles's mentor Lord Louis Mountbatten, who died in an IRA bombing in 1979. Charles is a nod to little Louis's grandfather, the Prince of Wales, who said he was delighted to have another baby in the family when he was born. A statement from Charles and Camilla at the time said, "We are both so pleased at the news. It is a great joy to have another grandchild. The only trouble is I don't know how I am going to keep up with them." His official title is His Royal Highness Prince Louis of Cambridge, but he only has a HRH title because his great-granny the Queen stepped in. She intervened to override a rule put in place by King George V, reports The Express. Back in 1917, he set out new guidance on which royals were allowed to have titles, and who was too far down the line of succession to qualify for one. He decided that all of the sovereign's children would automatically become a prince or princess, as well as any grandchildren born through the male line. However, great-grandchildren weren't included on the list. This caused a bit of an issue when Prince George was born, as despite being our future king he shouldn't have had the title. The Queen stepped in and said that George would get a title, and decided to extend the change to all of Kate and William's children. This means that even though Charlotte and Louis, who are further down the line of succession and are unlikely to ever sit on the throne, are also a prince and princess. If the monarch didn't make the change, it's likely that Louis would have been Master Louis Cambridge or Master Louis Windsor instead. However, she didn't make this change for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's son, something which has caused rows and confusion following their interview with Oprah Winfrey. It was widely believed that the couple didn't want Archie to have a HRH title in their bid for him to enjoy a normal life, much like Harry's cousins Peter Phillips and Zara Tindall. But during the interview, Meghan said that it would impact his security. She told her pal Oprah, "They were saying they didn't want him to be a prince or princess, which would be different from protocol, and that he wasn't going to receive security. This went on for the last few months of our pregnancy where I was going, hold on for a second. They said, he's not going to get security, because he's not going to be a prince. Okay, well, he needs to be safe, so we're not saying don't make him a prince or princess, but if you're saying the title is what's going to affect that protection, we haven't created this monster machine around us in terms of clickbait and tabloid fodder. You've allowed that to happen, which means our son needs to be safe." However, experts have denied Meghan's claims that it was different to protocol.